Mary suddenly discovered that the water in the roadside pond had suddenly started boiling. As she felt puzzled, several cracks appeared on the road, extending all the way to the feet of the traffic police officer on duty. The next second, a deep pit appeared out of nowhere, and the traffic police officer fell straight into it. The deep pit then began to expand rapidly around. People were frightened and fled in all directions. Mary also started to reverse quickly, but there were too many cars blocking the road, and they couldn't get away at all. With no other choice, Mary decided to get out of the car with her children to escape on foot. However, during the escape, her son Jack was accidentally knocked down by someone. Seeing this, Mary immediately told her daughter to leave first while she went back to save her son. But after only taking a few steps, Mary saw her son being swallowed by the deep pit. Having lost her son, Mary stood there in grief. However, the deep pit was still expanding. By the time Mary reacted, the deep pit had already reached her. Mary wanted to run, but it was too late. Just as Mary was about to fall into the deep pit, a hand grabbed her. It turned out that Mary's daughter had returned, but the daughter's strength was too small to pull Mary up in time. Seeing that the deep pit was still expanding, Mary knew that the longer she stayed there, the more dangerous it would be for her daughter. Unwilling to drag her daughter down, Mary said a painful goodbye and pulled her daughter's hand away, voluntarily falling into the deep pit. Mary kept falling, but the end of the deep pit was not the bottom of the earth, but a green light. Mary fell straight into it. When Mary opened her eyes, she found that she had arrived in a primitive world, and the green light had appeared eerily in the sky. But Mary had no time to think much. Her top priority was to find her son Jack. Mary wanted to call her son, but found that there was no signal here. With no other choice, Mary had to start searching. At this time, a plume of smoke in the forest attracted Mary's attention. Mary immediately rushed to the place where the smoke was coming from, and was surprised to find that a large number of people who had fallen into the deep pit had already gathered in this clearing. Mary's son was also here. The mother and son were very happy, both thankful that the other had survived. However, what they didn't expect was that at this moment, a wolf crawled out of the woods. But unlike ordinary wolves, this wolf was 3 times the size of a normal wolf. The wolf attacked the two, and they could only flee in panic. At this time, more wolves broke into the clearing and began to bite the survivors. People began to dodge, and some tried to fight back, but they were no match for the wolves and directly became the wolves' food. In the chaos, Jack was also knocked down by a fierce wolf. In desperation, Mary picked up a stone to drive the fierce wolf away, but this also aroused the wolf's killing intent. At the critical moment, fortunately, Matt shot and killed the fierce wolf and saved Mary and her son. The wolf pack was also scared away by this, but Mary found that Jack had still been bitten by a hungry wolf. Fortunately, there was a doctor among the survivors who bandaged Jack's wound, but if they didn't find antibiotics soon, Jack might not survive for 2 days. But where could they find antibiotics now? Mary fell into deep thought. Suddenly, Mary remembered that when the deep pit appeared, an ambulance had also fallen into it, and ambulances usually have all commonly used medicines. The doctor immediately decided to go and look for it with Mary. Fearing that they might encounter other beasts along the way, the two called Matt to come alone. Luckily, they didn't encounter any danger along the way and found the ambulance smoothly. The movie is called La Brea. Due to time constraints, no more can be narrated.